but they do start at $550 per syringe.
What other kind of stuff do you guys do here?
So we do all different types of injections, and then we also do chemical peels, hydrofacials, and then we have a surgery center downstairs as well. So they do all different types of surgeries downstairs. So like breast augmentations, tummy tucks, facelifts.
Okay.
Just gonna have a little bit of alcohol, okay?
Okay.
And then we're gonna be doing your frown, forehead, and crow's feet. I'm
Right.
gonna start with your frown, okay? So go ahead and frown for me, Vict. Okay, you can relax your muscle. How was that?
That's fine.
Not terrible, right?
Yeah, no, it's fine.
Frown again for me. Okay, perfect. Relax.
So the Botox will really help like soften up any wrinkles and prevent those lines from being formed.
Again. Okay, perfect. Relax.
The Botox and Dysport, it will take a couple days for it to kind of take
Raise your
effect.
eyebrows for me a bit. Okay, perfect. Relax.
And you can take up to 2 weeks, but usually by the 2 weeks it should all be like softened up.
I have super tiny fine lines up there.
Yeah, but this will help kind of relieve and prevent you from making those lines.
Yeah.
Because right now you don't
Raise your
have any
brows again.
noticeable lines.
Okay, perfect. Yeah, at rest you don't really have much.
You'll notice over the next couple of days when you're making your expressions, you won't have those lines anymore. So once those lines are actually
Raise your brows
noticeable
for me.
at rest,
Okay, relax.
it is going to be a little bit harder.
They all went away?
Not
I'm
yet.
just
If only, right?
Soon.
Okay, so we're gonna do your crow's next, okay? Smile real big for me.
Super minimal pain with the Botox.
That wasn't bad at all.
Mm-hmm.
I thought
You
that
would
was
think a
gonna
little bit
hurt the
more, right?
worst.
Okay, that was it.
You're all done with the Botox. Perfect.
Cool. I thought it was gonna be more painful.
Mm-hmm.
Than my lips. My lips usually hurt like a lot from.
The lips. And we're going to use Define and Restylane.
The little pokes.
Are you ready, Alicia?
Yeah.
Awesome. So
To put makeup on?
I usually say makeup like 6 to 8 hours later, just so you don't get an infection. So if you can, just try to keep the areas pretty clean for the first 6 to 8 hours. But after that, you can
we recommend coming in with or without makeup. It doesn't really matter because the nurse will wipe the makeup off in the area before injecting. So it might just be easier to come with no makeup because you will have areas that it's been wiped off.
We're gonna use Restylane Define. Your smile lines are a little bit deeper, so that one is really good for it.
Okay.
It's good for deeper lines.
So for Botox, usually people will get Botox every 3 to 4 months. Just depends on your And then the procedures we're going to be doing next is lips, cheeks, and smile lines.
So Alicia already has very pretty lips. She just wants to focus on a little bit more symmetry and a little bit more definition. And then for her cheeks, she just wants to have a little bit more of like that cheekbone pop out, so a little bit more contouring. And then we're gonna do her smile lines too. And Alicia's only doing 1 syringe for her cheeks, but typically we recommend at least 1 syringe per side for you to really see a difference. So her results will be pretty subtle, and she knows, and she's probably gonna come back for another syringe later. Come around here, Alicia.
They love your dimples.
Oh, thank you. I'm from San Bernardino. I like my bottom to be a little bit bigger than my top. Yeah.
And that's natural. Most normal lips are usually like the top is a little bit smaller than the bottom. Okay, ready? Sorry, little poke, okay?
So first nurse Angie's going to be starting on the lips. Lips can be a little bit more sensitive than other areas.
It's the worst part.
So Nurse Angie does do the nose, but today our patient is not going to be injecting the the nose.
I need to, huh?
You-
That's
you
why
said
they're
it.
saying that. I'm
You
just joking.
You have a straight wrist. They do use different type of syringes and different fillers for all different areas of the face. We do a Restylane, we have Juvederm Ultra, Juvederm Ultra Plus, and it really just depends the look that our patient is going for, or sometimes people just like to switch it up every couple times.
Border. And again. So, first part.
Cupid's bow is the like most sensitive part.
Still doing okay?
Mm-hmm.
She's a champ.
Want a close up? Yes, we do use Juvederm Ultra Plus in the lip. So Juvederm Ultra Plus is going to be one of the thickest, so it does have the most plump or pouty effect. It depends. Some patients do just want a little bit more of a natural plump, so for that we'll use like Restylane.
And Alicia already has done her lips before, and she does have Ultra Plus in her lips. So today we're using something a little bit more natural, just because she wants to focus more on like shaping, definition. Still gives her volume, and then she just wants to hydrate her bottom lip a little bit to get rid of all the little lines.
For Halloween tomorrow.
I could never record myself when I come home. I tried, and I just had to close my eyes and zone
Yeah,
out.
that's why I'm closing my eyes.
Doing amazing.
How many hours later can you kiss someone, Nurse Angie?
Usually I say give it a couple hours. Like I said, same thing with like the no makeup rule. I just don't want, just because you've been poked a lot of times right now, I don't want you to get an infection. So usually I say like 4 to 6 hours.
Yeah, the lips can have the most bruising and or swelling out of most of the injections on the face. For the kissing, it just hurt a little.
Your lips do feel a little bit sore after.
Yeah, your lips will be a little bit sore, so like things like drinking out of a straw can sometimes hurt. How are you doing? Good? Amazing.
Alicia, I'm going to show you what it looks like. Let me clean you up real quick. And then tell me if anything looks uneven to you. We haven't used up the whole syringe yet, so I think we're at a pretty good size, but you tell me if you want it a little bit bigger, okay? Obviously keeping in mind that it's a little bit swollen right now, too.
So the fillers, how long they do last does kind of depend on
Oh,
person
it looks
to person.
good.
You like it?
Oh, she loves it.
Right away. Even though it's swollen, like it looks good.
Mhm.
Can I
More
just get
down.
it? Yeah,
It
more
can
in
last
here.
anywhere
In the bottom?
between.
Yeah.
Sure.
If you have more filler and you have been building on filler, it can last longer. Some people say they think one filler is broken down faster, so they like to switch it up every so often. The whole syringe, Nurse Angie was checking with our patient to see how she liked it, where she wanted any extra focus on before she just finished the syringe.
Mackenzie's such a great narrator. Love it.
Yeah, so the fillers will help reshape the lip. So first when the nurse is injecting, she focuses on the outer border. And the outer border is really going to help create like a different shape or shape them out a
I'm just
little
gonna
bit
mark
more.
your cheeks. Now we're moving on to the cheeks, and I'm just gonna mark her cheeks so I can best place the fillers to give her that defined cheekbone look.
So all of our injectors are registered nurses.
Sit up for me. Just look straight ahead.
So the non-surgical nose is 1,000. For the non-surgical nose, what they do is they fill the bridge, and then they can lift the tip a little bit as well. The non-surgical nose is really for patients who are wanting to build more of their bridge because it can't make your nose look any smaller. Let me check
Little
that.
poke. Does it hurt?
Mm-mm.
Not as bad as the lips, right? The lips are usually the most sensitive area. Everything else is pretty easy peasy.
So the cheek filler can give the face a little bit more of a contoured look, and it can also help soften the nasolabial folds a little bit by bringing that up a little bit more. So for jawline contouring, it does really depend on how many syringes you're going to need. Usually you do need minimum 1 syringe per side for the jawline contouring, and that's going to be starting at $650 per syringe for each side. The average cost for a surgical rhinoplasty is going to be between $7,000 to $10,000. 1 syringe of Voluma is $850.
Let's do your smile lines and then you'll be all set.
Andy's going to be moving on to the smile lines, also known as the nasolabial folds. Those are those lines around your mouth that sometimes when you're wearing your makeup can make that little caked crease in there. So this will just help soften the lower face.
So like Mackenzie said earlier, usually doing cheeks can help the smile lines a little bit, but most people will still have to do a little bit in their smile lines to really soften them up. Because when they do their cheeks, it's pretty subtle.
And there's extra in the syringe. Usually we will keep it for just about 2 weeks to see if you needed any touch-ups or anything like that. On surgical butt augmentations in our office, we do offer Sculptra injections, which is going to help produce collagen and help with any divots you do have. Your smile lines look really good.
Should I not smile?
No, you can totally smile. I actually get that question a lot. Yeah, it's okay for you to smile. It's just that the more you smile, it's gonna wear off a little bit faster. Just like our lips, you know, it goes away a little bit faster than other areas because we move it a lot more. Smile. Just don't work out for 24 hours.
Okay.
And you want to avoid things like Motrin, aspirin, alcohol, because you can just bruise a little bit more. Just ice it a lot, especially your lips. Your smile lines aren't gonna really swell as much, but your lips will. So take a look at everything and tell me if you need anything.
Get on our email list.
You like
See
it?
when we have our specials, you can definitely come in.
You like everything?
You could tell a little,
You can see a little bit. It's subtle.
So if patients do afterwards feel like their fillers are too much or too big, it's pretty rare. Usually people do love it, but they are reversible. They're all hyaluronic acid fillers. Majority of them are, and then we can use hyaluronidase and dissolve them. But that's very, very rare.
A little bit up. Or look on you.
Yes, so swelling does usually
Take your after pictures. Are we allowed to use your pictures?
a few days to go
that's
down.
fine.
It can be up to 2 weeks that you remain swollen. The lips are usually
Are you
the
like a
most
YouTuber?
sensitive.
YouTube?
Let people know that
Ooh.
it's
Start
not
over, though?
everything to sell.
Oh, really? What
Yeah,
happened?
because I couldn't remember my password to anything.
Uh-huh.
So I did like my breast
Oh, no.
augmentation on YouTube.
Oh.
It's Alicia Brightbat.
Oh, okay. So you're first and last name.
Yeah.
You guys will have to check her out.
And then they can let you know
I
what they
really
recommend.
like it a lot.
Yay, I'm so glad. Until your Botox kicks in, you're going to love that
I
too.
know, huh?
Alright,
All set. Anything else I can
Thank
do
you
for
so
you?
much. I'm gonna tell my friends
Thank
too.
you. Hi, I'm Nurse Angie at Image Center.
She does such a good job.
Oh, thank you.
And
It's
she's
really
so
nice to meet you.
beautiful.
Oh, thank you. You too, Alicia.
Thank you.
Best video ever, you guys.
She's so cute.
I'm like so confused.
To have more, like I'll
I think
definitely
she
come
probably
back.
would want more, right?
I think you'll like
In
it.
like 2 weeks.
You'll like it, yeah. Give us
Okay,
some tweets for the
for
slide.
sure.
Go down and see how you like it.
Thank you so much. Thank you. I appreciate
Thanks
it.
for letting us know.
Okay, bye. It's the next day after I got everything done. So I wanted to show you guys how it looked. I have foundation and concealer on, lip liner and like lip. Say what you are.
I'm Arliss Jack.
Where are you today?
Up here.